Now at this time, it's my pleasure to introduce Chairman Rob Pitts. Chairman Pitts rejoined the Board of Commissioners in December 2017. And while he's a short timer in his current role, he is certainly one of the most experienced leaders in local government in our region. Chairman Pitts has served as a member of the Atlanta City Council, as president of the Atlanta City Council, as a member of the Board of Commissioners for more than a decade, and now as chairman of the Board of Commissioners. He's no stranger to most of you in this room, and it's been my pleasure to work alongside him in facing some of the tough issues in Fulton County. Please join me in welcoming Chairman Rob Pitts.
Wow, I feel good. I knew that I wouldn't. I feel good. I knew that I wouldn't. So good. So good.
Now that was a surprise. Thank you so much, Bob. James Brown, though, is one of my favorites. Before I begin my fairly brief remarks, please join me with a round of applause for Victoria McQueen, the young lady from South Fulton who was an American Idol contestant who sang the national anthem. I'd also like to recognize my colleagues because no one elected official can do a lot alone. And although Steve Leibovitz covered a lot of what I was going to say, I feel it necessary to acknowledge my colleagues once again. And please hold your applause for a moment, please. First of all, Commissioner Liz Hausman from way up north, Commissioner Lee Morris, Commissioner Natalie Hall. We met Commissioner Bob Ellis. Commissioner Arrington is in court today, and Commissioner Darnell is otherwise involved. But thank you all for what you do, and thank you for the support that you've given me since I've been back on the board. Now, nothing happens without leadership of our employees. And Dick Anderson, it has been a real pleasure to get to know you and to work with you, and I'm looking forward to both of us being around for a few more years. And Dick would be the first to say that no matter what accolades we receive, the credit really goes to those 5,000 employees who come to work every day and do the work that makes Fulton County the great place it is. So let's give them a round of applause. I'd also like to recognize one of our key employees who worked very hard. She and her staff on putting this program together today, and that's Jessica Corbett, who is our Director of External Affairs. Our County Attorney, Patrice Perkins Hooker, our Auditor, Anthony Nix, and our Interim Clerk, Tanya Greer, also. The Council for Quality Growth, including Michael Paris and his team. Our business partners who made today's event possible, and also the many mayors who are here today, and some have called to express their regrets in not being able to be here today, but Mayor Bodie from Palmetto is here, Mayor Elizabeth Carr Hurst is here from Fairburn, Mayor Joe Lockwood is here from Milton, Interim Mayor Donald Mitchell from Alpharetta is here, Mayor Vince Williams is here from Union City, Atlanta City Councilman Michael Bond, Councilman Myron Cook from East Point, Councilman Matt Judy from Roswell, and there are a number of, actually more, Councilman Christina Hobbs from Union City, and an up-and-coming star, by the way, Councilwoman Helen Willis from the new city of South Fulton is here, holding down the fort for that city. Mayor Pro Tem James Whitmore from Fairburn, Councilwoman Hattie Portis Jones from Fairburn, and Mayor Pro Tem Steve Broadbent from Johns Creek, and Eldrin Bell is here from Clayton County, and Councilman Joe Karn from College Park. Several judges, Chief Magistrate Judge Cassandra Kirk, Judge Thomas Cox, Judge Schwall was here as well, and former county commissioner, now member of Congress. Her office, Congresswoman Karen Handel's office, is represented by Ashley Jenkins, and Senator Isaacson's office is represented by Drew Ferguson. So let's give all of them a round of applause as well. And from the state level, I had a chance to speak with Representative Pat Gardner, who is here, and I saw someone else. State Representative Marie Metz is also here. So another round of applause. Thank you. Now, I normally begin, and will do so again today, my remarks by saying that Fulton County, Georgia is a big deal. And in case you haven't heard, I'm here to tell you why today. Among Georgia's 159 counties, we're the largest. And of the more than 3,000 plus counties in the United States of America, we're in the top tier. We're recognized as a leader among counties. In fact, 10% of Georgians live right here in Fulton County. And also, a little known fact, if Fulton County were a country, it would be larger than 73 countries in the world. Fulton County is a big deal, ladies and gentlemen. In November of 2016, when the residents in South Fulton approved the creation of our 15th city, the new city of South Fulton, Fulton County changed forever. Now, we're one of the few counties in the United States of America that would be 100% incorporated, depending on the outcome of the upcoming vote in November. Now, more than ever, Fulton County is leading Metro Atlanta, the state of Georgia, and the Southeast region in economic growth. And Al Nash touched on some of the things that we're doing, as did Commissioner Hausman. Georgia has been ranked nationally as the #1 place to do business, but the fact of the matter is most of that business is happening right here in Fulton County, Georgia. Numerous Fortune 500 companies are headquartered here, and Fulton County is home to thousands of small businesses. Now, while the northern part of our county has blossomed and continues to blossom and thrive, that's a good thing. But there's great opportunity in South Fulton County. In South Fulton County, we have available land for growth and unparalleled access to interstates, rail, and the world's biggest, busiest, and best airport. The future is bright throughout Fulton County, but especially so in South Fulton County. Our employment rate is strong. As of January, our employment rate was 95.4%. That means that every adult who wants to work has the opportunity to do so. We also have the educational infrastructure to prepare our workforce for the jobs not only of today, but jobs of tomorrow. We have many of the state's top high schools and universities right here in Fulton County, Georgia. Now, more than ever, economic opportunity is alive and well in Fulton County. Transit and transportation. Fulton County is also leading in mobility, as we have for many, many years. But now, more than ever, we have new opportunities to grow our transit and to fight back against the traffic that clogs our roads. We also have, just next door, one of the most remarkable sports facilities in the nation, or probably the world. From collegiate athletics to the Atlanta Falcons, Atlanta Hawks, and our newest sports team, Atlanta United, people in Fulton County have access to world-class sports teams in world-class venues. Yet, while we have so much to be thankful for, there are still some issues that require our attention. Vice Chair Ellis mentioned property taxes. When I took office in December of 2017, I'll be honest with you, I inherited a property tax system that was frankly broken and not working to the satisfaction of our property owners. To begin to fix the problem, the board approved $3.4 million for hiring and training additional appraisers, improving access to technology for property owners and employees, and communicating the process to the public. And that was a very important component of what we did and are doing. We held more than 50 meetings with residents from one end of the county to the other to try to help them understand the process, including how to appeal and how to take advantage of homestead exemptions. Even though we've accomplished a lot, there's still much more to be done. Criminal justice reform. Criminal justice reform is an area where Georgia has made great progress, thanks in part to Governor Dill's work in this area. He deserves a lot of credit. Fulton County has been a leader for many years in implementing innovative programs, including accountability courts and much more. We've made progress, again, but there's still much more to be done. I'm personally working to end the practice of cash bail for nonviolent offenses. The City of Atlanta and the City of South Fulton have taken bold steps to end jail sentences for possession of small amounts of marijuana, and I'm hoping that we will do so at Fulton County as well. Reducing the population of our jail and implementing smarter and more equitable justice strategies must remain a top priority. We will also continue to strengthen reentry programs to help individuals successfully make their way back to their families and into our communities. Health and human services. While we have great economic prosperity, many in our community are still fighting for their health and self-sufficiency. Fulton County still has one of the highest rates of new HIV cases in the nation. We will continue to fight for broader HIV testing, greater awareness of risk, and wider access to life-saving drugs like PrEP. We're also facing a national opioid crisis. The rate of overdose deaths in Fulton County is rapidly growing. Fulton County, though, has been a leader by funding Narcan for our first responders to use. Fulton County has expanded the availability of drug disposal boxes that allow citizens to dispose of their unneeded prescription drugs and keep them out of the hands of teenagers and other minors in particular. But we also must hold pharmaceutical companies accountable for their role in the opioid crisis. Fulton County was the first county in Georgia to join lawsuits against drug manufacturers. We will also be appointing, thanks to our county manager, a point person to help us coordinate all of our activities that are related to fighting this opioid epidemic. And we will continue to fund programs to help our youth and our seniors, and of course, Grady Hospital. That is a must. Sex trafficking. Now, I want to talk about this area as Fulton County is well known for, not only nationally, but internationally, and not in a positive way. I'm speaking about sex trafficking. This epidemic, and it is an epidemic, is a black eye on Fulton County. In spite of all of the great things that we're doing, in spite of all of the great things that we've accomplished, sex trafficking in Fulton County is a black eye on everything that we're doing. Children in middle school down the street from where we are today are being traded for sex. It's heartbreaking to think about this happening right here in Fulton County, but it is. I've put together a special task force to aggressively tackle sex trafficking head on. You know, as we're nearing the upcoming Super Bowl, which has been linked to higher incidences of sex trafficking The world needs to know that we will not allow children, boys and girls, to be bought and sold in Fulton County. Period. My task force is focused on two primary goals. The first is simple: stop the demand for the purchase of children, again, girls and boys, for sex in our county. To that end, I'm pleased to announce the launch today of a new public service campaign that's aimed at adults who come to Fulton County to buy our children. This campaign, and you can see examples on the screen now, was designed pro bono by Joel Babbitt and his firm, Narrative Concept Group. And Joel is not here, but I want to say thank you personally for him, because when I talked to him about this, he understood right away and donated his time and his talent. We will begin airing these ads on Fulton County Government TV and on social media immediately. We need to spread the word as far and wide as we can that Fulton County means business when it comes to the sale of children in Fulton County. Our second goal is to help the young people who are already being trafficked and to prevent other children from falling victim. One way we'll do this is by enforcing existing state law that requires that signage be posted in certain businesses, government buildings, and other establishments. This sign, I think there's one at each table today for each of you, makes it known that help for sex trafficking victims is just a phone call away. But we're going to go a step further. Businesses who are required to post this sign but do not do so will face stiff penalties, and we're going to enforce that. I'm working with our county attorney as I stand before you today to expand the role of restaurant inspectors to check to make sure that this signage is properly displayed in the thousands of restaurants and other establishments in our county. And for those businesses who do not do so, they will face a stiff fine and penalty. Every person who is being trafficked today is a human being who deserves a better life. Now more than ever, we must come together as a community to fight sex trafficking head on. I'm asking each and every one of you to get involved. Now, what about the future? As I close my brief remarks, I want to talk about our future. And here are a few areas to watch. Autonomous vehicles. We must ensure that our cities and our children are prepared for the future growth of autonomous vehicles. Right here at Georgia Tech, researchers are looking at ways our communities and policies must be planned to best accommodate this new technology. Digital entertainment. While Fulton County and Georgia have become well known for our film business, we should not forget the additional industry of digital entertainment. This includes specialty areas like post-production, animation, and video game production. In fact, Georgia is already home to 75 gaming companies, with many of them located right here in Fulton County. STEM education. While we're known as the destination for health IT, corporate headquarters, film and digital entertainment, and so much more, now, more than ever, we must prepare our children and youth for the jobs of tomorrow. Both of our school systems, Atlanta and Fulton County, are making great headway in preparing our students for science, technology, engineering, and math. These are referred to as STEM or sometimes STEAM when combined with the arts. And yes, the arts and foreign languages are still important to learn in school. Fulton County schools will soon open 2 STEM high school campuses. In the city of Atlanta, several APS schools have also adopted STEM and STEAM certified curricula. In fact, right here in Vine City, the Hollis Innovation Academy is serving students from pre-K through 8th grade with a rigorous STEM curriculum. Many of those students will go on to earn Hope Scholarships. Now, some of you who've been around may recall that it was my legislation as a young city councilman that paved the way for the lottery that led to the Hope Scholarship through the leadership of late Governor Zell Miller. The future. And casinos are one way to meet the needs of the Hope Scholarship program in the future. Senator Beach, who is not here, carried the water for us, transportation. Senator Beach has been involved in casino gambling, and he's ready for the task. Lastly, from an international perspective, because of my background and experience, I see Atlanta and Fulton County and not Miami and Dade County as the gateway to Cuba and the Caribbean for continued international economic growth and development in Atlanta and Fulton County and the state of Georgia. So while Fulton County is now better than ever, our best days are still ahead. My thanks to each and every one of you of being a part of our success story and for being here today. Thank you. Actually, Commissioner Darnell did come in here. Let's give her a round of applause, please. And from the Atlanta Board of Education, Erica Mitchell is also here. Another round of applause, and I'm done. Thank you.